Y'all bear with me. I'm setting up the live stream and we'll be going live shortly. So hello everybody, this is Vitali, and we are live on Twitter. And I had set up the stream to go live at 8:30 on YouTube, but I believe we're going to go ahead and start that now. So anyway, as many of y'all know, I do a lot of live streaming. Not just live streaming, but I do video production and live streaming. And just like a lot of you, I don't have unlimited resources. I don't have a lot of extra money to play with. But I want to be able to do better production. And I've got something going on, and it may be my internet. So if it's dropping frames or anything, I apologize. It's not much I can do about it today. I was goofing around online today, and I ran across a Kickstarter campaign. And normally I don't participate in any of that. I don't share it. I don't retweet it. I don't promote it because I'm like a lot of other people. I'm broke. This one was an exception, however. Now I'll pull that up right quick here. It's the Cutbox 3 camera video production studio for creators. And there's a link on my YouTube in the video description below if you want to go check that out. And I liked it enough that I went ahead and backed for the full package. Because it comes with it comes with 3 cameras that do 1080p. Comes with a boom mic. Comes with all the necessary cables to hook up the cameras. They're 3 10-meter cables, so they're 30 feet each. Comes with 3 clamps, so you can clamp them onto whatever you need to clamp them onto within reason, of course. And the more I looked at it, the more I thought, you know what, that might just work, because the retail price is like $8.99 for the complete system. And I've been doing video stuff here on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and all that for a long time, and I just could not find a setup, a great starter setup in that price range. So I'm not going to tell you every little detail about this system. Run over to the Kickstarter page and check that out, and I think you'll like it. Like I said, I like it enough that I went ahead and backed for the full package. So this is where I insert the disclaimer right here. I'm not associated or endorsed. They're not paying me. If something goes wrong, it will cost me just as much as it did you or whatever. I'm just a normal guy here like you, looking for a solution, and this might be the answer for some of you, if you don't mind waiting until October to get it. As long as I get it within the next year, I'm good. Because I'm fully expecting that there might be some production delays or this, that, or the other. There might be some bugs they've got to iron out. I'm down with that. I get it. If this will give me 3 decent cameras with a switcher everything I need to be doing a one-man production, both here in the studio and out on location, and I get a reasonably decent picture, I'm golden. Because I was pricing a setup, the setup that I actually want, and I was looking at about $20,000 to get where I want to be. Now, for $20,000, I fully expected it would have had a lot better image quality and all that, but well, of course it did. It was Blackmagic design, they're 4K studio cameras, etc., etc., etc. This doesn't do 4K, it's just 1080p. One of those Blackmagic cameras costs more than this entire setup, so I'm willing to compromise some on the quality because of the price, especially if it will allow me to do what it is that I'm wanting to do. So I don't know what else to say about it. I want people to be aware of it, especially creators that are working here on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and all that are in the same boat I am. You don't have $20,000, or you could be like Linux Tech Tips and spend $140,000. We don't have that money, but we want to be doing a better video. So I'm just saying, Robert, check this out, because this might be what you're looking for at a price that you can afford. If you hurry, they've got 29 of the early bird, the super early bird out cut box complete systems. If you pledge $5.99 or more, I pledged the $5.99 plus shipping. That'll save me $300. But even if it had been $8.99 plus shipping, I'd have done it. I'm just saying that today, if you run over there and do it today, you can get you can be an early bird and possibly get this set up for $634. That's 3 HD cameras, 3 30-foot cables to hook them up. That's the cut box base station, as they call it. It comes with a mouse. It comes with 3 clamps, 3 cameras. It comes with a directional boom mic. It comes with the SD card. It comes with a 10-inch monitor. The original demo video says 9-inch monitor, but all the text says 10.1. So I'm just going to say 10, which I'm not really worried about it either way, because it has a regular VGA out for a video monitor, plus it also has an HDMI out. So I fully plan on using a lot bigger monitor with mine. It'd be just nice to have that 10-inch monitor if I want to run out to do some little shoot somewhere and I don't want to be lugging a 32-inch screen. But when I'm sitting here in the studio, I'm using a 32-inch screen so I can see, because my eyes are getting bad. The opening shot, you may have missed it, was actually of my, let me see if I can bring it back up. No, I've done lost it somewhere. I'm not sure where it went. But the original open screen is because I've been testing live stream studio, which is what I'm gonna eventually move to, and I think now they recommend vMix or OBS, and I can't stand OBS. It's great, it's free and it works, but that's not what I want to be using. I'm not going to use vMix either if I can help it. If all else fails, there's no doubt in my mind I can make this work in XSplit, which is what I'm using right now, or Live Stream Studio. even if I have to do the editing on the unit itself and then feed the feed via my encoder, which is my black magic here. I don't know if you can see it. If nothing else, I can run it into this and into my computer and do all the switching on that unit right there. Let me bring it back up. I've been reading everything and watching the videos, so I'm not too worried about it not doing what I want to do in XSplit or Livestream Studio. Of course, being poor, I do have concerns that there'll be bugs or problems or this, that, the other. There may or may not be a good support after the sale. I don't know. I'm in the same boat you are on that. I'm just rolling the dice and going with it. You know, I don't have a choice. I'm actually using a security camera mounted over here, and I've zoomed it in. That's why it looks a little bit grainy. And I want to get away with that because I don't have the luxury of having a ton of extra space in this particular room, and I have live bands in here, I do recording in here, I do video production in here, and this particular desk is up against a wall on the side of the room. And sometime in the next few years I intend to move one room over. It's just that it's going to cost me about $10,000 to remodel and make that happen, and I don't have $10,000 right this minute, so you know how that is. I am fortunate. I do have $10 today, but I don't have $10,000. Let me pull up Twitter right quick and see if there's anybody commenting or watching. Or I apologize if you have. I just got busy into the video. If you're on Twitter watching the video and you comment, it may take a second. Let me pull this up. But it'll pop up here in the notifications, and hopefully I'll see it quickly. And I had one person click the like while I was talking. Thank you, Pat. I hope you're watching. I didn't bother to see how many watchers I had. Maybe none. I know I do over on Periscope, but unfortunately I'm not monitoring Periscope because I'm only using Periscope to feed to Twitter. This is my YouTube. I'm streaming to Twitter and YouTube at the same time. Now I have made some changes here in the studio since my last live stream. I am able to get 3 cameras into the feed now, but it's a real pain. It's three different brand cameras that let's see, this one back here behind me that's not on. That one does 4K. This one up here does 1080p, and then I've got one over here that'll do anything from standard definition to 1080p. But it's an older Panasonic. Well, you can see it right here. I didn't see it in the screen because it's dark. This has actually been my favorite camera for a long time because of the professional features, but it is getting to be long in the tooth and a little bit outdated. Like it doesn't have a SDI out. It doesn't have HDMI out. One of the problems I run into is I'll forget because I have memory loss. That's why you'll notice me stuttering, this, that, and the other sometimes. But anyway, it does a 1080p or it does 1080i, and you have to make sure that you use 1080p for live streaming and stuff, because if you put it on 1080i, it's interlaced and it causes a lot of problems. If you're familiar with what that is, I don't even have to tell you about it. Anyway, I should have set up a feed to Facebook and just went live to Facebook too, huh? and I drink and I smoke and I cuss. I work in the arts and entertainment business. I do live sound. I do video production. I do audio recording. Uh, I'm a voting member of the Grammys. All that and $3 will buy me a cup of coffee, but I don't change my ways just because I'm on social media. I want people to like me and follow me for who I am, not what they think I am. So if you think I'm something that I'm not, I apologize, because I don't ever want anybody to. I don't want to ever misrepresent the facts. I just work really hard and hustle every day. I also say this because I want anybody that's young and starting out to understand, when they look up over on Twitter and they see I've got 96,000 people following me, or they happen to be over on IMDb and they see that I've got 106 credits to my name, or they come over to YouTube and they see that I've got over 1,000 followers, which is a very small number on YouTube, but it's a very hard number to reach when you're first starting out. So I know a lot of bands that have been playing 10, 15 years that don't have 1,000 followers on YouTube. By the same token, you can go to their Facebook page and they might have 1,000 followers on Facebook. You have to work at your social media every day. A lot of people talk about fans. No, they're not. People that follow me or like me, or they're not just fans, they're friends. I talk to so many people on Facebook on a daily basis that I lose track. And I honestly take the time to try to carry on an intelligent conversation with anybody that tries to have one with me. I interact. I've got people, I've never met them in person, but they've seen some little project that I've worked in, or they've heard some music that I've recorded, or they've seen a video or this or that. They come over and they talk to me. I know them. We talk every day. I know that one of my friends, his wife died from Alzheimer's, passed away. He's worked at UPS for 20 years. He drives a Ford pickup. He just bought him a Maserati because he's getting close to retiring and wanting to do something for himself. He writes country music, and that's just one person. I've got another friend that's, I know a lot about the people that interact with me on Twitter and Facebook. We're almost like family, and that's what it takes to make it in the arts and entertainment business. And see, we've wandered off from my original deal for this live stream, but I want the live stream to be up long enough for people to see it, so that's why I'm rambling on about social media and people. You need to work on it more, especially if you're trying to build up that fan base. But for the rest of us today who are trying to create these videos, and we don't have any help, and we would like to be, here is a solution that I think I'll look at, because it comes with a little remote. That would be perfect, to where you can switch the cameras. There's a demo video farther down the page. I wished he would call me and let me help him make him a new demo video. So Peter Gold, if you happen to run across this, please contact me. We need to make you a little better video. But here's a pre-production unit demo that he put up last month. You can go check that out. There's one he did. He participated in the Shark Tank pitch contest. I think he won that, by the way. But you can go check it out. Check it out here. All this right here. The one thing I noticed that you may miss it is because he spends a lot of time talking about recording to the SD card, blah 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 blah. There's an option to you have the ability to open it up and install a eSATA hard drive inside it and record to the hard drive. So guess what I'll be doing if and when I get mine. When I get mine, I will be making a video and going through the process of installing a decent sized hard drive into it. I'm not really. I wish, of course, it does. You know, when I stop thinking about it, because you can, the live stream can be fed out through via all. It comes with 3 cameras and an HDMI in, so anything that has an HDMI out, like my camera over here, that does audio and video HDMI out, I can plug that into the HDMI in, and I'll have a 4th camera. So technically, it could be a 4 camera setup instead of 3. Or if you have the right cable for your iPhone to go from the deal out to an HDMI out. I think the newer ones have some kind of HDMI. I've got an iPhone 5. I've got a Samsung here somewhere that has an HDMI out. I've got all kinds of stuff here that has HDMI out that will be handy. And if you hook it up via the Ethernet into your network, and you're on the same network as your production computer, then I'm going to say 5 sources because it also has 2 channels of audio. But all the inputs will be fed out into your network individually. Like you'll have four different cameras, or 4 different video sources, or whatever you're using that HDMI in for. I'm just going to say video to make it easy. Will show up as individual cameras in your OBS or your vMix, and hopefully I can get that same thing into XSplit and Livestream Studio, because that's where I really want it to be. You know what? Let me pull up Livestream Studio to the other window here, because I'm using XSplit today, and I'm not going to have any cameras on in Studio, but I'll bring it up and bring it over to the screen capture and let you see what I'm talking about. So bear with me, because I'm using the trial version. We're not going to do nothing fancy, but that's my Livestream Studio. And if I turn cameras on, I can actually get, I'm trying to do this and I can't see, so don't laugh. You know what? Let's just do it that way. I've got one camera coming up. I don't know if I actually have it set up in the feed, but it wouldn't take me but a minute. I could turn the Z cam on. You can see the feed coming in there off the Z cam as I move it. And then I could do, let's see, let's add an input. You know, let's not even bother with that today. I'm not really doing anything anyway. But anyway, I can get more cameras into, and I want to be able to do the same thing with my live stream. So that's my only concern about that this particular setup. But either way, I'll make it work. I'll get it to do what I want to do. I'm not scared as long as I get it. All right. Well, I'm out of here. I'm going to smoke a cigarette, go get me some coffee. I'm going to do some cleaning up here in the studio. I worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Fiesta, West Texas, and it was hot. And it is, oh my God, hot now. That's why I've got 2 air conditioners on. And I'm sure you're hearing it in the audio, and I apologize, but when it's this kind of hot out here in the desert, you can't go without the air conditioning. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a good one. This is about Tyler here at Red Barn Productions, and we'll catch you again here probably later tonight.